Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me one moment. Let me tell you who I am and what I do. My name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff here on this channel. I really hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, I have a lot coming up on my channel. Getting a little bit behind on my reviews, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that I have more coming. Um, Today we're going to be doing a review of Platinum Jack from ShopHelloMary. But real quick, I want to reiterate to all of you guys what it is that I do here on my channel and what we're reviewing here. So what I review here on my channel is federally legal THCa hemp products. And if you guys are unfamiliar or you're not sure what THCa is, THCa stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, and it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. In and of itself, though, guys, THCa is not psychoactive. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation, guys, is just a fancy chemistry term for applying heat. Realistically, it doesn't matter whether it's environmental heat, it's like the heat of the sun, or it's just a hot day outside. Or if we apply some artificial heat, such as some flame or an electronic heat source, like I like to use, that decarboxylates that THCA molecule, and it drops that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it leaves you with good old-fashioned THC. And guys, I'm pointing out to you this, we're not putting this plant under any new processes. We're still applying heat. We're using it in the same way that people that have come before us have used it. And when you think about it, for all intents and purposes, THCA is the same THC that everybody that's always spoken about THC has been referring to. They're referring to the naturally occurring compound on the plant. And since 2018 in the Federal Farm Bill, we can get all of this stuff through our doors. We don't have to worry about going out at odd times of night, meeting strange people, and potentially wasting our time, and all that sort of stuff. And when you get your products, you're going to get one of these. This is a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. This is just a declaration of what is in the package, and it lists all the applicable sections of the 2018 Federal Farm Bill on it. All right. So when you get your stuff, you're going to get one of these. Hold on to these, as well as any COAs that you may get. Don't get rid of those things. They pack flat. There's no sense in getting rid of them. So with that out of the way, guys, we're going to go ahead and open up Platinum Jack from ShopHelloMary. Now, this is a 7-gram pack, and I'm really interested in this. Like you guys know, I'm not really huge into sativas, but it's kind of an overcast day, and this is sativa dominant, and I could use a little bit of extra energy. So I'm hoping this will give me a little energy. And you guys have seen ShopHelloMary adds these little trays into these bags here, into their Mylars. Helps keep the buds from getting squished. Of course, I'm just going to transfer to my own tray now that it's here. These are really a nice addition, guys. These do help. They seem kind of flimsy, but I'll be honest with you, when they're in the Mylar, they do help a lot. Ooh, that smells extremely interesting. There's some deep citrus notes in there that I am not used to smelling. I gotta be quite honest. There's something interesting about that. All right, guys, like usual, I'm going to take a cut here. I'm going to get you guys some good images of this, and we will be back and I'll try it. I'm very, very excited about this. So hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back and I've got you some good shots of this Platinum Jack from ShopHelloMary. I will be honest, guys, as I was going through this, um, one of the things that I mention quite often is that it is a little bit more difficult for me to get really, really pretty shots when the bud that you're dealing with, when the flower I'm dealing with, is machine trimmed. Machine trimming tends to crush up the trichomes on the outside of the flower. So what I wind up having to do is I wind up having to actually break into the nugs and get into them so I can get some of the trichomes that haven't been touched. And I did break into a couple of these and some pretty healthy trichomes there. I will say that even on the outer surface of this flower, even though it is machine trimmed and the trichome heads are a little bit busted up on the outer surface, it is still covered in trichomes. Very thickly covered in trichome heads. Um, Very good thing. I do anticipate this being really potent. So we're going to be trying this today with the crossing thermal twist as usual, and we're still using the November box piece from the weed box. Really do enjoy this piece, though I do anticipate having a new piece for December. So you guys keep an eye out for that for my next weed box unboxing coming this December. All right, let's give this a try. Now, this is a sativa dominant strain, and on ShopHelloMary it says it's a cross of sweet skunk, jack hare, and haze. We'll see. We'll see what we think. Okay, yeah, yeah, that is distinctive. That's very distinctive. On the front end, it's got some earthiness and some pine. And on the exhale, there's that pine, but it's got a little bit of citrus on the back end. It's really nice. I'll be honest, I can't think of how long it's been since I've had something that has that pine flavor to it. It's been quite a while, and it mixes really well with the citrus. Really well. It's a bit spicy, more of an herbal spice than like a peppery spice. And for all of that, it's surprisingly smooth. Surprisingly smooth to have the pine, the citrus, the earthy notes, and the spice. Crazy smooth. I'm gonna look on All Bud real quick, and it is a sativa dominant listed on All Bud. It's 75-25 sativa dominant, and it is a phenotype of the infamous Jack Herer strain. And says here it was bred specifically to amplify the high-powered effects of its parent strain. So yeah, that's nice. May relieve ADD, ADHD, depression, fatigue, insomnia, stress. Um, in this case, this being a sativa, we do know that ADD, ADHD is relieved with stimulant effects. Same can be said to some degree for depression, definitely fatigue. Um, Not sure how it's supposed to help with insomnia, if it's giving you so much uplifted um, energy. Um, Says it may help with stress. Depending on the stress, if your stress is coming from depressive sides of things, it may help brighten up your day, you know, make your mood a little better, and that could be construed as stress relief, I would say. Flavors listed here are lemon, berry, spicy, sweet. Aromas are earthy, fruity, gassy, cushion, sweet. What I'm getting here on this, on the aromas, on the aroma, you get a light bit of pine with some citrus that you definitely smell the citrus. Very, very um, smooth smell. You can tell that the pine and the citrus are blending in really nicely. And for the flavors, you get more or less the same. Really, honestly, more of the same. It's quite a bit of the pine flavor with the citrus backing. Um, I do not get any berry in this. Um, Definitely do get some citrus. The limonene is coming through in this. Spicy, slight sweetness, I would say, but nothing that is like sugary sweet. Um, the dominant terpene of this, I would say, is probably pinealine. The pine comes through extremely heavily. And on all bud, it lists at 22 to 28% THC content. And looking at Hello Mary, we are having the total THC calculated at 24%. 24.44 is the total cannabinoids listed. So yeah, it's right there where it should be according to what All Bud says Platinum Jack is. It's fairly earthy too. I will say that Platinum Jack is fairly earthy, and sativa dominant. It is hitting me pretty well. I'm fairly awake right now. It's middle of the day. As I mentioned to you guys before, I don't normally uh, vape sativas first thing in the day. I normally, get through first part of the day, and if I need a little pick me up, then I'll move to a sativa. And I will say, Platinum Jack is really nice, really nice. And the fact that it's got so much of the pine and the herbal spice and stuff in there, it feels like it would be a great strain for around Christmas time. I mean, just the flavor of it makes me think of a Christmas tree almost, and it's quite nice. Very smooth, very smooth. It still has a little bit of earthy gas to it. Flavor is very impressive. And this is my first taste of Platinum Jack through vaping it. I have had it through a backwood one time, but as you guys can imagine, it's very hard to get the flavor of the flower, at least for me, through a backwood compared to something like this, which I get just great flavor from. Um, but yeah, these are really, really nice buds for for the value here. Really nice. If you guys are into sativas and you haven't tried Platinum Jack, it's worth a try. It really is. It's very nice. The buds are not the most dense. They could be a little more dense, but the density is better than a lot of others that I've had recently. And they do have a bit of stick still to them. Very keefy. Um, yeah, that left a good little tackiness on my fingers. They're wanting to stick together. Very keefy. Very potent. Um, Very potent. It's got me wide awake now, and now I feel like I want to go do something. So I think I'm probably gonna go find something to do. Um, I will say, guys, I'll leave you with this. As we move on into December and closer toward Christmas, we should continue to, think about the things that we're grateful for, and you know, every day try to think about those people that are there for us all the time. Recently, I personally have been dealing with some difficult emotions. I'm feeling quite overwhelmed with my business and with everything else that I've been working on. And I do have some loved ones that are extremely supportive. And They tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. And recently they've been helping me through. And, you know, I don't really know how to thank them enough. Um, but this month, I do intend to continue to reflect and to, if I can't find a way to show them how much I appreciate them, I'm gonna at least continue to reflect on it and, you know, tell myself how much I appreciate them. I don't want to take my loved ones for granted, especially at this time of year. We all need as many people supporting us as we can get. And there's a couple of people out there that I've upset this week. And I hope they're watching right now because I do want to apologize. And I want to thank them for being with me and supporting me. And, if there's anybody out there that you guys may have upset, you know, unintentionally or otherwise, um, go out and try to make things right. Apologize if you can, and tell those people what they mean to you. Um, like I say, I've got people in my life, and I just want them to know how much they mean to me. So that's what I'm going to be doing uh, in the next month, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from the business side of things for a few days, and just focusing on trying to do the things I love and taking care of myself, working on self care, and hopefully making a lot more of these videos because I've been neglecting it and it's something that I enjoy. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm making for you. And until I see you next time, I really hope you're taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. And yeah, just let everybody that you know that you love know how much you care and how much you appreciate them. And until I see you next time, as always, I want you to stay lifted and stay blessed. Peace.